Hey guys, Gretchen, Urban Reiki. Thanks for joining me for your Cho Ku Rei lesson. Cho Ku Rei is the first kanji that you're going to learn. Well, the first kanji that you learned was Reiki, so this is the first kanji that you'll learn for your clients. Anyway, let's start with Cho Ku Rei. The first line is a sword. It's meant to cut through obstacles, cut through anything that's in your way. The next line, when you go down, the ku is penetrating. What it does is it just penetrates straight down that energy, straight down your spine. The next line, and you're going counterclockwise with this to amplify the energy. You go wee all the way around. And if you notice with the Cho Ku Rei, it hits that spine or that penetrating point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different times. Most people just associate these with the chakras. Kind of that's what I do when I'm drawing the Cho Ku Rei. Is I associate it, root chakra, crown chakra, sacral, third eye, solar plexus, throat, and right smack dab in the middle, your heart chakra, your biggest chakra center of them all. So, Cho Ku Rei, sword, penetrate, energy, right? What it actually means, or what it can be translated to, are by the Emperor's command, or to say, what must be, shall be. Thirsty. Okay, so what must be, shall be. Again, with Reiki, you have to kind of let Reiki be the master, be the teacher, be all of it. You can be a master teacher and still be completely novice at Reiki. I've been very unsuccessful in directing Cho Ku Rei energy where I think it should go, and the universe directs it where it wants it to go. Like I said, Cho Ku Rei is kind of the crystal clear quartz of the Reiki symbols. It's a power symbol. It amplifies everything. Crystals amplify things. They've shown that if you hold a crystal, a clear quartz crystal, the etheric body, the energy around your whole body is amplified by 20%. They can read this on their different machines. And you're going to do some of your Cho Ku Rei, your Reiki, your healings with different crystals for different reasons. You'll place them at different points of the body, and we'll get into that with the crystal lesson after we finish our Usui too. I also like to keep selenite near for these lessons. Can kind of like catch your client or yourself out of the current world and keep everybody in the energy world. Plus, selenite does also charge your crystals, so when it's placed near it, you can even amplify this more. And we'll get more into a discussion in a later video about using pyramids in magnetic north and how that amplifies even more healing. I like to carry, this one is my mama crystal. I've had her since the day one. Thankfully, she's never left me. She keeps me very, very happy. So hopefully I will have her forever. Okay, so we saw how that Cho Ku Rei was, right? Counterclockwise. It enhances the energy. This is also Cho Ku Rei, clockwise. Sometimes you need to take that energy level down a little bit. We talked about this earlier in the last lesson when we discussed empaths and having to sometimes close that third eye chakra a little bit. Sometimes you do have to use the chakra in reverse to kind of tamper down that energy. This is the only Reiki kanji that you'll use in this manner. The rest are very straightforward. You will use them as they're meant to be used. Cho Ku Rei, the way that you can kind of power this up a little bit, is say the name 3 times. Cho Ku Rei, Cho Ku Rei, Cho Ku Rei. Kind of call it into being. This is not Cho Ku Rei. Some people call it a double Cho Ku Rei. This is Kriya. Kriya is a Reiki kanji for Karuna Ki, the compassion Reiki, which is the next natural step after Usui Reiki. This is not part of Usui Reiki. This is not part of your certification 1, your level 1, or your level 2. This is a whole other Reiki that comes with a whole other set of kanjis, along with the Om kanji, which we will get into that with Karuna Ki after you have finished your Usui 1, 2, and then in 6 months, you can get your master. All right, so Cho Ku Rei, what it means is strength, power, action, energy with direction and purpose. It supports all the other kanjis in Usui and Karuna-ki Reiki. I'm not sure if this is true of other Reikis. I've heard of like Rainbow Reiki and those other ones, and I'm just not sure because I haven't studied any of those. What I've studied and mastered, not mastered, because like I said earlier, Reiki is the master. Once you think you've mastered it, she's like, watch this. Nope. Psych. Anyway, so I do know that, well, I've studied Usui Reiki, and I've studied Karuna-ki Reiki, and I've studied how to use my crystals in my Reiki healings to help my clients. I also used aromatherapy and sound therapy with that in form of the 428 megahertz or hertz, which you can Google those on YouTube. There are lots of really lovely ones. You'll see which one vibes best with you. Again, that's an intuitive thing. And I like to burn some mugwort because I find that it lifts the spirits. I always smudge my room too. And I Reiki my room before my guests get there. And then as they're there, I will burn the mugwort as they're there because it lifts the spirits in the room. It also helps the client to relax a little bit. There's going to be some apprehension, even though they're open-minded enough to come to an energy healer. There's always some apprehension with the first-time client. So let them feel a little more relaxed. Sit there and talk to them as long as they need. If they talk during their treatments, don't shush them. Let them say that because that's something that they need to let you know. It's something that their energy needs to release. Again, that's one of the lessons with Reiki being the master is all of a sudden you'll be used to your clients that sit there and they're quiet. And at the end, they're like, yeah, I felt this powerful light, or I saw this light, or I felt this grounding, or I felt this lifting, I felt this weight being taken away. All of a sudden you'll go from that, and then you'll have this one random client who like pops up in the middle of you trying to like adjust their sacral chakra and be like, oh yeah, so I forgot that I was fighting with this and blah blah blah, and that may be bothering me a little bit too. So just gotta adjust. You can't just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is how I'm supposed to do it. It's a flow thing. It's an energy thing. Just go with it. But Cho Ku Rei is very important. How to draw it. Several ways to draw it. There's some people that draw it with their thumb, which is weird. So they go like this, yeah, and then they picture the chakra points and stop where they're supposed to. Then some people just do the one, wee, little dude. This is my preferred. This is called the Pran Mudra. The Pran Mudra by itself improves disease immunity, and it's basically a cure-all. So if you use the Pran Mudra with the Cho Ku Rei, you have a boost in immunity. You have a cure-all, a disease thing. Works particularly well with diseases related to your root chakra. I don't know why. That's up to the universal energy to decide why, but it just does, and it's my job to let you know that it does. The Apan Mudra, which is your 2 middle fingers and your thumb. You hold them together like this, and you draw the Cho Ku Rei, whichever way your energy tells you. If you draw it like this, there's no wrong way, okay? Absolutely no wrong way, I promise. The universe is telling you exactly what to do. Reiki masters, other Reiki masters have said that if you use this mudra when you're drawing the Cho Ku Rei and you use it near your heart chakra, that it does a lot of really great improvements there a lot faster. The Mukula, the all-together mudra, like this, also called a lily flower. It can signify eating or like holding a signet. If you do the Cho Ku Rei with this, it is said to heal your heart and your sacral chakra and get them in line a lot faster. So if you're having, let's say, relationship problems, you have a client that's having relationship problems, they're also related to intimacy, not necessarily sexuality, but intimacy with their partner, that may be a really great mudra to use the Cho Ku Rei with to begin their healing so that you know that you're directing all of the power of the universe to their heart and their sacral chakra, and that you know the universe will know that those two need to be healed and put into balance so that they can have a nice, healthy relationship with their partner. You push through your Ajna chakra, your third eye, and your heart chakra when you do the Cho Ku Rei. So at the same time, and you'll find I find clients that have opened their eyes, they will usually see me like this, still receiving that beautiful Reiki energy, while I am giving that Reiki energy with my eyes closed, so I can use my third eye, my more powerful of my three eyes, to push these kanjis into the energy body. And your heart chakra is also your strongest chakra center on your body. It's been measured by scientists, doctors, different techniques, and it measures so strongly that it measures it as a separate energy center from your body. That's kind of awesome, isn't it? Anyway, so there, now you know a little bit more about Cho Ku Rei. Let me hold these up for a second. Like I said, this is Cho Ku Rei. Since you're studying Reiki, I'm pretty sure you're probably familiar with this kanji. This is also Cho Ku Rei. There is no wrong way. No wrong way. I promise, no wrong way. Your intuition will tell you which way to draw Cho Ku Rei. And like I said, if you stick with me through your Usui 1, Usui 2, 6 months later, we get your little masters going there. We'll come back to that in 6 months. Then we'll go through the double Cho Ku Rei, which is not double Cho Ku Rei. It's actually called Kriya in the Karuna Ki Reiki, the Compassion Reiki, which is the next logical step after Usui Reiki. Until next time, the next lesson and the last lesson for Usui 1 is the Seiheki. Namaste.